Yo, 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 what's good? Thank you for coming to the House of B.A.r.f. I'm Chanman, and before we get started, I would just like to emphasize that the content that we share on House of B.A.r.f. is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and the information provided should not be considered as professional financial advice. Investing and financial decisions involve risk. It is crucial to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any financial choices. The opinions expressed on House of B.A.r.f. are of our own and do not reflect the views of any organizations that we may be affiliated with. Please remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and the financial landscape can change rapidly. Always conduct thorough due diligence and seek financial advice from a financial advisor tailored to your personal needs and circumstances. By listening to this podcast, you agree that the host, and in the future if we have any guests, are not responsible for any financial decisions you make as a result of the information presented on House of B.A.r.f. Now let's dive into today's episode. Yo, what's good? It's Chanman House of B.A.r.f. What's popping? I ain't even gonna lie to you. I know I normally don't got shit to talk about, but I literally right now don't have shit to talk about. I literally just turned on the mic and was like, hey, do something, because I to be honest, I'm tired. Was out yesterday marketing Langston Mankson's Kool-Aid stand. So a little exhausted from that. Other than that, everything's going well. And I will admit, I am so appreciative of the amount of people who have stated that they're going to support the book. Honestly, it's wonderful. I really, I don't know. Sometimes maybe I'm just getting to my head and I just be thinking like, man, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. Everybody got some issues with Chan, something he did in high school, you know what I'm saying? Something he did when he was 9 years old. I stuck a stick in somebody's front tire while they were riding their bicycle when I was like 9 years old and sent them flying and died laughing, and they mad. Or that person that I locked in the room, you know what I'm saying, and thought it was funny. But people be like, nah, man, no, we know you trying to do your thing out here. We here to support you. I'm like, thanks, man. You know what I'm saying? Go online. It's on Amazon.com, Goodreads.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and Saxo.com. And so I was out doing that. Really appreciated the support, man. Of people saying that they'll get themselves a copy. All right, to be honest, a few people actually bought the copy. I'm trying to be careful because I don't know, what legalities could happen or whatever, because I don't know. I'm going through a bunch of stuff right now, so I'm really trying to keep everything quiet. But actually, a few people did buy a copy. Right now, all I have in my possession is paperbacks or softbacks, whatever they're called. And some people are like, yo, let me get a copy of that. Or could you let me know in the hardbacks? Because I had one hardback. That joint's gone. And then I just had paper copies. And I had probably 20. And I probably have about 15 right now, approximately 15 right now. And I'm just going to keep going. Just keep going. And, I'm going to try to even get out today, and, try to market and, see if there's anybody. So you know what? That's what we'll do right now. I'm just trying to pull up, market news right now and see what's going on. Give me just 1 second. Give me 1 second. You know what I really like about having this book. I don't know, man. I feel like for the time being, who knows which way it's going to go. But for the time being, I feel like I kind of lifted the community a little bit from the people who do know. Again, I don't really get wrapped up in, white, black, Spanish, all that, this, that, and the third. I believe in, I know everybody gets mad at me about this. I believe in the one race. I really do. I believe in the human race, and do I acknowledge everybody's differences? Absolutely. I acknowledge everybody's differences. I acknowledge that this person is, Asian, or South Asian, and this person is, from Uruguay, and this person, or Uruguay, however it's pronounced, and you're from Argentina, and this person's from Mexico, and this person's from Nigeria, this person's from Sierra Leone, and the difference in the cultures. This person eats yagousi, this person eats jerk chicken, rice and peas, this person eats sauerkraut. And that's what I really enjoy about life, to be honest. Like, for me, I really enjoy just going over to somebody's house and indulging in their different traditions. It's for me, it's really the only thing to do in this fishbowl, and I really feel like by me writing a book, somehow I've lifted the spirit of the culture of the community, because they're like, oh snap, we got a black author in our crew, at our bar, at our restaurant. And I'm like, hey, it's nothing. I'm just out here just trying to do my thing. And I will admit to you, I've stated this before, when President Barack Obama was getting elected, former President Barack Obama was getting elected, I didn't realize, everybody, I remember, and this is probably not good to say hey, I'll be transparent. They're like, man, I don't give a fuck what he has done in his life. I don't care if he done this. I don't care if he done that. Chan, we need to get a black president in office just for the optics. And I was just like, so this guy could be the worst of the worst, whatever. And people were like, nah, and he's not. Some people knew him as a senator. I didn't know him as a senator. But some people knew him as a senator. They were kind of familiar with him. They're like, nah, I looked him up or whatever. It appears to be a really good guy. I didn't realize, so I try when I get into politics, and I'm going to get better with my politics. I try to look up people's, like, their plans, their policies that they're going to pass. I'm so sick and tired. I'm sorry to say this, and this is not political. I'm so sick and tired of asking people, why are they such a Trump fan? And their response is, because he keeps it real. I'm like, excuse me? Because he talks like me. Really? He talks like you. Okay. So, do you know what his plans are for the next 4 years or anything? It's like, no. Are you aware that, what's his name? Jared, Koff? Oh, I can't remember his name. JK, or his initials, is his son-in-law. And his son-in-law is well known for screwing people in real estate and screwing Caucasians. He doesn't care. Jared, let me look it up real quick. Oh shit, I got my computer up. Is it Jared Koff? Kushner. Jared Kushner. This guy is well known for scamming people in real estate. In Maryland too. I think he has big places in Baltimore. Let me see. Here. Let me see if I can find some of the evidence. So that I'm gonna go to Dirty Money on Netflix real quick. Was it season 1? I think episode 8. And let me fast forward to...
Here begins tape number 1 in the videotape deposition of Donald J. Trump in the Superior Court of the District of Columbia.
Did y'all hear about Trump in court They say he won't shut the fuck up. The judge was like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm going to have to get you out of here. And then he's like, thank you. Or something like that. I can't remember, yo. I'm like, yo, if I would dare to talk in court, honestly, I'm not proud about anything. When I go to court, I don't say shit. One time I had a lawyer tell me that I've been to court for various things, whatever, traffic, whatever. Nothing serious. I actually had a lawyer tell me one time, I think it would be to your benefit if you would say something. I'm like, yo, I waive my rights to my representation I will waive my rights to my representation to sign my name on the little paper saying that I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, I'm like, yo, you got this, right? Go in there, do this, you got this. Lawyer called me back later talking about I'm like, yo, how did it go? They're like, exactly what you said. I'm like, all right, cool. We good, right? He's like, all right, thank you. Like, no problem, man. This is the easiest chicken you gonna ever get. It's like, nah, I'm pretty sure lawyers get big chicken other ways. Crap, I cannot let me try. I cannot find this episode. Where is it at? Yeah, maybe it's in season 2. Yes, season 2, episode 1, 2, 3, episode 3. All right, they call it Slumlord Millionaire. Good Lord. All right, let me.
So this is my apartment. Please come on in.
Gosh, this guy's apartment is
Right,
leaking.
It's leaking completely for many months, and this is maybe the 4th, 5th time they've put paint on.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
When people ask me what I do, I could say I do media, I do real estate, I do technology, but what I actually do all
This is Kushner talking, I believe.
day is I solve problems.
Yes, yes, him.
Has been tasked with criminal justice reform, tackling the opioid crisis, Middle East diplomacy, and cybersecurity.
The president trusts me.
All right, let me fast forward to when some of these people are talking.
The above captioned, which the outstanding right here, there's 300.
I'm going to rewind just a little bit.
4 doors. The cop, they take you. They really see back.
Sorry.
Cove.
I know. This is terrible.
8 or 9 years before
Jared Kushner's signature companies exposed tenants to.
Residents moved out as the apartments were converted into.
Is my waterfall.
We've been told by the housing department a couple times that it's just business. That's how they feel about it. They're just doing business.
Jared Kushner's family business is facing a lawsuit accused of pushing out tenants from a rent-stabilized building by creating unlivable conditions. Many residents moved out as the apartments were converted into luxury condos, complaining of unbearable construction noise and toxic dust.
At 184 Kent Avenue, there was a lawsuit that we organized. And in that building, we found that Kushner companies exposed tenants to lead, lung carcinogens, and crystalline silica. There were many families who left because they didn't want their children to get lead poisoning. That is construction harassment in its worst form.
More than 250 rent-stabilized apartments were either emptied or sold. Those sales have totaled more than $155 million so far. The firm was run for much of that time by President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
The Kushners like to deny their involvement in these schemes by hiding behind these shell companies, these LLCs. But we've audited mortgages with Jared Kushner's signature all over them. So there's no question to me that they are culpable here.
in a place like New York, where rents are always going up, the whole game is to try to get rid of the tenants you have, get new tenants in, charge them more. Here in Baltimore, which is a much more depressed market, you're not trying to drive the tenant out of the unit. You want to keep the tenant in there because you may not have someone else to come into it. You want to squeeze as much money out of that one tenant as you possibly can. What first caught my attention about all this was a reference I saw in a couple articles to Kushner owning some apartments in Baltimore. Out of curiosity, I ran the name of his real estate company in the state court database. And it was as if the computer blew up. There were so many results that came back. And I saw that there was one case after another of Jared Kushner's company going after tenants in these complexes.
I had lived in Baltimore for 8 or 9 years before I realized that these complexes even existed. They're all kind of on the edge of town, they're along highways, and they're huge. They're hundreds of units each. Once I started coming to the complexes, I spent several weeks just going to one complex after another and trying to really understand what life was like here.
The complexes have these incredibly idyllic names. One's called Whispering Woods, another one is Riverview Apartments, Cove Village. They sound really quite lovely. They're not.
So down here, as you can see, there's still mold growing from where the old water tank had been leaking. And they had pulled the countertops off. They never even put the countertop back on. It's literally, the countertop's just sitting there.
Yo, this guy's countertop is not on.
It really seems to be by design. You can make this business work if you spend as little money as possible on the upkeep. And if you're just a few days late with your...
The guy's circuit breaker is like dangling off the wall.
If your rent is $800, let's say.
Sorry, my bad.
And the maintenance was so shoddy that it really seemed to be by design. You can make this business work if you spend as little money as possible on the upkeep. And if you're just a few days late with your rent, you'll immediately get hit with late fees. If your rent is $800, let's say, and you're a few days late one month and they hit you with a $50 late fee, and maybe on top of that also a $50 quote court fee, you then the next month pay your $800 rent. But they take $50 of that and put it toward that late fee from the month before, take another $50 and put it toward the so-called court fee from the month before. So only $700 is going towards your rent for that month, so they can claim that you were once again late on your rent, hit you with another late fee, another court fee, and it just snowballs on from there. So you never catch up. You're always getting hit with fees. It's called churning, is the sort of industry term for it. As this is going on, tenants have no idea what's actually being done to them. They're just mystified, and they end up just paying far above their actual rent.
You know, every couple months, we're paying out extra. So the little bit of money that we could be saving
goes toward the fee.
Goes right to them, and literally we don't have the money because we go check by check pretty much.
One of the things that really jumped out at me when I first came to the complexes is that a lot of the doors would have these bright yellow or pink notices slapped on them, and those were the late rent notices. And you just see them every 3 or 4 doors. It was meant to shame people, really. It was kind of a scarlet letter, you know. It would just slap them right on there, so everyone could see that this mom or that mom was once again late on her rent.
The goal is not really to evict people. You want to squeeze as much money out of them as you possibly can through the threat of eviction.
This one says, as you know, we're pursuing an eviction regard to the above captioned, which the outstanding right here is $372.
Okay. I feel so bad. I mean, the guy can barely read.
A lot of them late fees that were just coming up from God knows where.
And you folks are Trump supporters, right?
You want this guy to figure out his bill. No offense, as humbly as possible. The guy can barely read. Here, 1 second.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of them late fees that were just coming up from God knows where.
And you folks are Trump supporters, right?
Yeah.
I am.
And why did you vote for Trump?
He takes care of business.
The complexes are very...
You should have, if you, oh my goodness, you should see their faces. They like glowed up. They were like, he takes care of business. And they were, like, I saw them glow.
Working class African.
I am.
And why did you vote for Trump?
He takes care of business.
The complexes are very diverse. You have a lot of working class African Americans, some Hispanics, but then also quite a few working class white people. And a lot of them were Trump voters without realizing that their landlord, the person that they were having so many troubles with, was his son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
All right. I think I'm going to stop it there. Here, let me see.
Jared and Ivanka met through a business connection, actually, a real estate connection. And it was someone who said, you two should meet. You would like each other. You may do business together.
Both of you, I was interested to learn, work on Sundays?
We do. We work 2 blocks away from each other on Sundays, too. So I can actually look out my window and see into his window.
Well, that's romantic. Yes, I see that.
Oh, my gosh. I can look out my window and look into his window. All right, whatever. Hey, yeah, that's beautiful. Hey, hey. Don't know how we got on the topic of Jared Kushner. But I will say that, I try not to just vote for someone just because. So, former President Barack Obama. So when he was running for office, I believe it was 2008, his opponent was, in the primaries, was Hillary Clinton. Supposedly this election, they said the primaries is done. We're running straight into the general election. We're about to just, had basically Biden and Trump going at it. If I could say anything about both of them, they give me hope that I'm going to be fighting at 70, 80 years old. Still working, still fighting, still going at their age. At some points, I truly believe that they're going to fight. At some points last election, I was like, yo, I think Trump was talking about Biden's like dead son or Hunter or something. I can't remember. And I was like, yo, I seriously thought I was going to see Biden hit that Will Smith walk. Just like, oh, what is Biden doing? Slap. I mean, I really thought so. But, yo, Biden kept his cool. And that's another thing is that Biden gives me hope about is supposedly Biden was a hothead when he was young. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Did Biden used to have a temper? Let me see. Biden has a profane temper behind closed doors. Let me see. What was his nickname? And I'm not trying to bring this stuff up, old stuff like Stutter and Stanley, Stutter and Stan. I'm not trying to go. I'm saying he's giving me hope because, I believe people say he's he has a little bit of a temper, and to see the way he's transitioned or evolved from having that temper gives me hope. Because I will admit, I have a bit of a, so I will say on both ends, on both parties, they give me hope that I'll be 70, 80 years old and still working, still pumping. If the Lord allows me to live that long. Prior to, again, former President Barack Obama was running for office, his counter person or the person he's going against in the primaries is Hillary Clinton. And I was really looking up, trying to look up both of their policies. I can't remember what Hillary's, it was probably taxes, I don't know, pharmaceuticals. I can't remember everything. Barack Obama didn't really know much about him. So I was like, you know what? And also they say sometimes people can fall victim to a known name. And in the primaries, I will admit, and I know they always say black people always be telling people who they voted for. You know what I'm saying? Who was Dave Chappelle joke? Hey, Chan, man, last night, raw dogging, fucking my wife right in the ass. Hey, cool. Nice to hear it. So, the election's coming up. Who you voting for? Whoa, Chan, too much. All right, say, oh, okay. Black people are a little different. You ask a black person, pretty much they'll tell you. But yeah, in the primaries, voted for Hillary Clinton, and people are like, Chan, you gotta understand, man, it's not about policies right now. It's about little Timmy Turner. You know what I'm saying? If little Timmy Turner sees another Caucasian in office, there's nothing wrong with Caucasians at all. Okay, that's not the thing. It's the mind, and if they see another Caucasian in office, you know what's going to happen to them. They're going to say, "Never will there ever be a woman, Asian, handicapped, black." I mean, supposedly we had a black. Was it the FBI guy? Forgot his name. Suppose he was biracial or something. And I'm not even sure that I think he might have been possibly homosexual as well. And I'm just saying, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We may have already had, not that it matters anyways, but a homosexual president as well. And I think we already had a handicapped president. It was I think the guy with the mustache, the thick mustache, Theodore. I think they said he had kind of a walk. I can't remember. Let me look up the biracial president. I got my laptop over here. But they're like, people were just like, man, you gotta understand that. And I've stated this before. When former President Barack Obama and his wife and their children came out during their like when the other president concedes, and now you're going to become president. I forget what it's called. I don't think it's the inauguration, because that was later on. Actually, I made it to his inauguration as well. Freezing cold outside, standing outside of a Bank of America, and the Bank of America owner came up, opened the door so we could go inside and listen to the rest of the speech. I couldn't even see Barack. I was standing next to a loud ass speaker. They had these huge ass speakers like on the streets and whatever. Freezing cold, man. But I was not cold because everyone was having a great time. But regardless, okay. So Barack Obama and they keep talking about Obama as the biracial president, but there was another one, I believe, the one that let me look up the FBI president, the one that started the FBI president that started it. Let me see. The president that started the FBI, Theodore Roosevelt. My bad. How could I forget that? I believe we have a high school out here in D.C. named Theodore Roosevelt. How could I forget? No. These. And FBI history. President Theodore in investigative branch. Okay. And J. Edgar Hoover. Okay, J. Edgar Hoover, I believe, was the biracial, possibly even homosexual. Not that it matters. And Theodore Roosevelt, I believe, may have been the one that had like a walk or something. Let me see. Was Theodore Roosevelt handicapped? Which I think is beautiful that, or he had a disability or something. He used to have to sit in a wheelchair. Something like that. It's just like, I understand that, people, if you can't ride the horse, then you're too old to lead or some shit. I think it's all ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're losing your brain, that's one thing. If you're getting dementia and whatnot, that's one thing. But if you're just old, that's fucked up, man. Man, I remember I used to work for a company that the CEO could not be over the age of 70. It's like in their rules. So when the original CEO turned like 70, they stepped down. They still were like around like all the damn time. But they stepped down. The CEO cannot be over the age of 72 or something like that. I was like, yo, that's a crazy rule. What if you're still cooking? I don't know. Maybe when I get to that age. But former President Barack Obama, and his wife and children came out on stage to acknowledge the crowd that, he won the presidency. And I will admit to you, in reality, I think I may have shedded a tear and was like, I can see myself up there. Like I could see myself as president. It's not this glass ceiling anymore. And it's not even just about being president. I could see myself in Congress as governor. Believe it or not, I actually did try to go apply to be governor. I could see myself doctor, lawyer. And maybe other people are like, man, I've been saw myself like that. I get it. But for me, it changed things. I was like, oh, shit. I know I can be what I want to be, It was beautiful. And what people were saying was true. The optics, can change your mentality, change your brain. If you go to a corporation and seriously, I'm not even gonna lie. When I look up a company, actually, I'm applying for I'm interviewing with a company right now. And just to let y'all know, if I do get a job, I'm not going to erase House of Barf like I did. I had another podcast back in the day called The Breaks. And when I got a job with my former company, the one that fired me, right? Damn it. I deleted everything because I didn't want any conflict with conflicts of interest, the conflict of interest office. This time I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let House of Barf sit out there. Matter of fact, let me check my emails to see if they reached back out to me. All right, I'll check it later. I'm not even logged in. I'll check it later. So I'm going to go to the company I'm interviewing with. I'm going to go to their executive team. They're About Us. And as far as I can tell, a couple of their images are not showing up. Yeah. I will say, though, the CEO is a woman. But pretty much Caucasian males at the top. Caucasian women. And, of course, a sprinkle of some Asians. And then there's one black guy. All right, so, hey, let's see. I just want to see the role of the guy who's black. Head of Investment Consultant Relations. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, so when you see stuff like that, you're like, you kind of say like, man, yeah, I'll never get the chance. And it's not true at all, but you kind of say to yourself, the only way I'll be in these offices is if I go out on my own. And I was talking to one of my boys, and he said, you know why you see it like that, all the Caucasians at the top? It's because they know people. Their people know people. It's like, who do you know, Chan? If you put all your friends together, could y'all be millionaires? And it's like, man, if I put all the people I knew together, it probably amount to a couple million. I mean, I don't know what people got. I don't know what they got in their pockets, and I don't count people's pockets. But I don't think we it's like, yeah, your father didn't know anybody, his father probably didn't know anybody. That's what it is. Another person was talking about I can't remember if this was a buddy of mine or something I saw on television, was talking about how their father was in jail at the same time as them, and their uncle was there too. And then the correctional officers was like, yeah, my dad was a correctional officer and their dad's a correctional officer. So as much as we've gotten away from I can't remember what it was, the caste system or something like that, where essentially whatever your parents did, you did, it's still pretty prevalent. That, yeah, if your father's a police officer, you'll probably be a police officer. If your father's an inmate, you'll probably be an inmate. If your dad is, a school teacher, you'll probably be a school teacher, or if your mom is, whatever. It's just, as much as we try to get away from the system and try to be like, I want to go on my own, Mom. I don't want to work for Wells Fargo or whatever. Next thing you know, you got a job at Wells Fargo and you're an executive, because your dad or mom worked at Wells Fargo when they were young and they are moving up. So it's a relay race. It's a marathon, but I'm just going to work hard. And it makes you feel like, the only way I'm going to get in these rooms if I even want to be in the rooms. If you've been listening to these Cat Williams interviews and whatnot, I don't even know if I want to be in the room anymore. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tapping their toe under my bathroom stall. But oh my gosh, I quit. I'm out of here. You know, like only because that's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's not the kind of circles I want to run around in. I'm kind of good, you know, off that. But it makes you feel like, man, the only way I'm being in these rooms is if I just go out on my own. I got to go out on my own. There's a bit of me, I will admit, that what's that, Coach? There's a bit of me that's like Benemy, the coach, Benemy. That did he get a job yet? No, he was with the Chiefs. I think he's with the Commanders now. They say he's a little bit of an asshole. He's kind of a roughneck, little rough nose. You know, I guess not to use this term, like old, you know, kind of old school. You know, I guess I'm kind of in that same category at times. A little bit rough, a little bit you see, I don't know all the professional words, you know what I'm saying? The amicablies and all those words. But I guess assertive, I guess, when it comes to business, especially something I'm working on, something I'm passionate about. People think I'm nice and cool because I'm always working on something that I don't really care about, you know? But when I get passionate about something, there's like a trigger that goes off, and it's uncontrollable. I mean, you know, I got to channel it. I got to self-control it. But it's like this light switch that goes off, and I'm like, let's say I was in NASCAR. If I'm in NASCAR and I'm driving, I don't give a fuck about NASCAR. I mean, I'm going to get into it one day. I tried to watch a special called Indy 500 or something. And I thought it was really cool, all the work that goes into it and everything. But let's say I was just really good at NASCAR. What was his name? Bubba Watson put me on or something. And I'm just out there, you know, driving, kicking ass. Yeah, I really don't care. Now, let's say I get passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? I will drive through whatever I got to do. And I'm not proud about this. This is something I'm not proud about. It's not like I go around boasting. And when I get passionate about something, there's nothing that can stop me. There's nothing that can stop me, though. I mean, I feel like I got God on my side, you know? Like, and the reason I'm not proud about it is because I will do whatever it takes to win. Or not win, to get done what I'm trying to achieve. I'll anything. Okay, I won't do anything. I'm not going to give out, you know, any hand jobs, blow jobs, or anything, or anal sex. You can forget that. And I'm going to try not to, as God, I believe God would say, try not to break the law of the land. All right. So in between there, okay, I'm gonna try not to break the law of the land. And I'm gonna try to keep my dignity. You know what I'm saying? In between that and not breaking the law of the land is very vague. You know, yeah, maybe there's not a law for it yet. Okay, if I could say something real quick, and this is off topic. If you're going to break the law, okay? All right, you're going to break the law. Because the law supposedly is written in our hearts as man and women. The law as man, you know, human, not man or woman, but as man, humans. The law supposedly is written in your soul. Okay, so we kind of have like an ethics, integrity radar in our soul. I think that's the thing where people are sociopaths, is because they have don't quote me on this. This is for psychologists. They have no gauge or radar. Their gauge is, some people's gauge may be a little skinny. Some people's gauge may be really wide. Okay. So other than the law that's written in our hearts, I'm not trying to give it advice, man. Talk to your lawyer or whatever. Not trying to be evil. But if you're going to break a law, I would say break a law that has not been invented yet. You know, like in this way, the court system, talk to your lawyer, talk to your judge, or whatever. Don't quote me. But don't go around breaking a law that's already been written. If the law's already been written, then you're going to be held to the standards of what's been written. That's why in 2008, whatever, when people were creating identity theft, which was terrible, and seriously, it's awful. Don't think I'm going around saying break the law. I'm not saying break the... Try not to break the law, to be honest. That's what creates societies and communities, is that we all come with our social norms and say, hey, we're all going to agree to this. That's what the Constitution and all that stuff is. It's like, hey, we're going to agree to this, and this is going to be our social norms. And if you can't agree to it, then we don't want you in our society. That's essentially all we are coming to agree to. You know, now when identity theft was happening, which was an awful thing. I mean, seriously, I seen it from both ends. I seen people who lost $30,000 in their bank account because of identity theft. I remember this one woman who had a car and didn't know she had a car because her boyfriend was looking through her mail while she was at work or whatnot, and he was able to get all her information put together. And I don't know how she found out. Essentially, she went to go apply for a loan or get an apartment or something, and they told her that she had this, I can't even remember what it was, probably red Ford Mustang, and it hasn't been paid on. She's like, yo, I don't have no Ford Mustang. Does the research, backtracks, finds out that it was one of her ex-boyfriends that stole all of her identity and put a car in her name, and he driving around with it, probably breaking the backs of Becky's and whatnot. And I don't mean Becky's as in Caucasian women. I dead ass. I mean, you know, I'm using a woman's name, Ashley's, whatever. You know, and it was like, man. And so I've been on the ends of seeing the victims, and I was on the other end as well, so we used to have these people who would go around literally and just walk up to you. You'd be in Starbucks. Literally, you know what, matter of fact, I was in Starbucks at one time. One time I was at Greenbelt Mall. I wanted to slap these people like, yo, man, they walk up to you. This was way back in like 2000, it might not have been 2008, might have been like 2009, 2010. They literally walk up to you and be like, hey, you want to do me a favor? And it's like, what? I want you to go to this bank and pull out $30,000. And once you do it, I'm going to give you $15,000 or something. I can't tell you all the details but essentially what happens is these people were stealing people's identities. So you have like, all right, so like right now we got this big issue with people stealing cars in the DMV. In Baltimore's part of Maryland. I know they want to be on their own, but out here in the DMV and Baltimore, we got this huge car theft thing. And the car thefts are turning into murders as well and assaults. So you hire these pawns. These pawns do things like go steal cars. And then they give it to somebody else that does what they do with it. All right. It goes up the ladder. So with the identity theft, you have these pawns. And what the pawns would do, and trust me, I was even offered to put a scanner in my pocket because I worked at a restaurant. They're just like, yo, just put the scanner in your pocket. We'll pay you this much. I didn't do it. Seriously, I didn't do it. And trust me, these scammers, they make $10,000, $15,000 2-3 times a day, every day. Like, so they're at the end of their day, they're having 30, 40, 50 grand a day. I'm not talking about a year, a week, a month. No, I'm talking about every single day from 2010, 2011. It's 2024 now. Okay. I'm talking every day. This, you know, and I don't know if they're still going on because seriously, I don't run in those. That's why I tell you, you grow up in these areas, you learn a lot, you know? So you get these pawns. These pawns, they work at restaurants, they work at McDonald's. I don't even know how they're doing it anymore. And what they do is they have a scanner. That's why they got these wallets out that block scanners. I've had a couple of them. They kind of fell apart, didn't really work. So I was like, I'm just going to go back to the old wallet. That's where all the chips and stuff in our cards and everything. So they go to McDonald's, they put a scanner in their pocket, and every card that comes in gets the data is stolen from the card and it goes into the scanner. So then you have somebody who takes the scanner, they hook it up to a computer, and they get all these names. All right. So if the pawn is a smart pawn, they will charge for just one little piece of paper of everybody's identity. If they're not, then they'll just say, hey, just give me a couple $100 to just put the scanner in their pocket. But on the other note, if they know how to pull it up on the computer, I don't know how to do all this stuff either. They'll say, hey, I'll give you all the information for this one person. Give me, $50. And they'll sell people's identities for $50. And then that pawn makes more money. But other than that, they give it up to somebody else. So that person puts together all the information of somebody's information, address, blah, 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 social security numbers, blah, blah, blah. And then what they do, this is what they were doing back then. I don't even know what they're doing anymore. They go open a bank account at the bank. Of course, it's at the bank. But they go open a bank account. Now, remember, I don't know all these details, okay? But people, they talk, and these people walk up to you and say, hey, you want to go pull some money out of a bank? I just need you to pull it out, and then I'm going to give you this money, whatever. So open up a bank account, and they go, I don't know all the steps. How do they do it? I believe they deposit like a faulty check. The check has like no money on it. So the money is in the bank account for approximately 3 days. And then in 3 days, it's found out that it was a faulty check. So in between those 3 days, you're able to withdraw a portion of that check. Depending on the bank, the portions may be different. Some banks may only give you 50%. Some banks may only give you 25%. Some banks may allow you to do a full withdrawal. That's that bullshit when you're like, what the fuck? I just deposited my check and I only can get, $500, and you deposit it like a $1,500 check, something like that. So in that span of time, that 72 hours, they don't want to have their faces on the cameras and everything, because they just went to another bank and withdrew saying that they were Tom. Now they're going to another bank saying they're Sally. And so they don't want their faces. So what they do is they hire essentially someone that's above a pawn now, essentially kind of a middle person now. Your job is to get fake identifications, because they already have the information from the scanner. So they got the addresses, they got all that stuff together. Now they just need your face. Your job is to have a fake identification, go inside the bank, and this was way back then, seriously, and withdraw however much you can withdraw. So if they deposit a $30,000 check and you can only get 15% right now, then maybe you're only able to pull out 10 grand. All right, so you go withdraw the 10 grand, and you go out, to your car or whatever, and they meet up with you later, and they say, how much were you able to get? You're like, I was able to get out 17 grand or something. And they say, okay, cool. 17, give me 10, you keep 7, right? And they do this 2-3 times a day. This was 2010, 2011. So I've seen on both ends. Now, do I know any individuals? No. This all has came out in time. Seriously, right hand. I did not get involved in any of it, but again, like I tell you, people, they break down the process. They seriously, they just walk up to you while you're at Starbucks and talk to you, and dead ass. Didn't get involved in it. A couple years later, people started getting locked up. Because people started catching on to this scheme. All right, so when they got locked up, there were technically, if I'm correct, no rules, no court documents, whatever, that had laws against identity theft. So all these people who stole all that money were getting deported back to their countries, were getting locked up for 5 years, 8 years, maybe max, maybe, I'm not sure. But there's really nothing that they could do at the time. Then they came up with the laws. And then what happened? Now the scammers and schemers that get caught now are getting serious sentencing. Maybe not everybody. I don't know everybody out there. But now they're getting more serious punishments. Don't know how I got on that topic. But, again, just saying, if you do get passionate about something and you want to, whatever it is, get or done, whatever it is, you want to win, you want to be successful. I hear people say, if you want to be successful, you got to win it like breath. I say stay within the laws of the land. However, if I'm not promoting this at all, I'm saying for myself, if there's some way that it's like, okay, because these laws, you got to remember, they got to be kind of vague. They can't be concrete, because if they're concrete, then people can say, oh, well, I didn't break that law. Look at that. It says this. It's concrete. So they leave them open for interpretation, when they write these laws up. If there's any way that's kind of like, okay, technically this may not be the right, in your heart, if it's not the right thing, it's not the right thing. Okay. Kind of remember a scene in I Think I Hate My Wife, or I Think I Love My Wife, or whatever, Chris Rock and the Steve Buscemi, I can't remember his name. And Chris asked him, I cheated on my wife and I felt like shit. I don't even think he fully cheated. I think he went to her apartment. It was funny. It was actually a pretty funny thing. I think he just went to the woman's apartment, and I believe it was Kerry Washington or something like that. He went to her apartment and her boyfriend showed up or something. It was pretty hilarious. And he said he felt like shit. And then he was like, man, I know you cheat on your wife. And he's like, yeah, but it doesn't faze me. We're two different people, Chris, and that's what it is. So, the laws are really written in your soul. It's written in your heart. Okay. So if you feel it in your heart that it's killing you, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. That's why I'm doing House of B.A.R.F. the way I'm doing it. That's why you don't see me all going crazy about it. And I'm going to change it up 2024, maybe 2025. But I'm going to change it up. I'm going to get more detailed and everything, because it's not killing me right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I'm talking about. But what you're doing is killing you. Then I don't know. I'm not here to tell anybody, because like for me, chasing money is something that's like, I'm okay. I'm really okay. All right. For somebody else, they may say, man, I chase money until I die. I'm going to chase money till I'm on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, hey, do your thing, man. It's all for $1, ABM, all about money. I'm like, okay, if that's your thing, do your thing. You know what I'm chasing? I know it sounds cheesy. You're going to hate me for this. Want to punch me in my stomach. I know it. I'm chasing ethics. I'm chasing integrity. I'm chasing loyalty. I'm chasing respect. Matter of fact, I'm getting in front of it so it chases me. That's what I'm after right now. I'm after the intangibles. And hopefully money's somewhere in there, because I do need bread. I got to eat. I can't, pay a medical. What is it? Beanie Siegel said it. I can't take my kid to the dentist off faith and integrity. I think it was Beanie Siegel. I can't remember. But the money thing, I'm not really chasing it right now. I'm sorry. It's just, yeah. And people get it wrong. Oh, don't you trade in the stock market and everything? And don't you want to start a small business? Yes, I do. And that's because that's who I am. That's because I see the trap stars. I see them. And I feel like we have the same mentality. Me and trap stars, I think we have the same mentality. We've went over this. We've all heard the stories of the two brothers. One became a police officer. One became an inmate. And then somebody got, word on this story and was like, I want to interview both of them. And one said, how did you become a police officer? He said, because I grew up in a house with an alcoholic dad. My mom was on drugs. And that's how I became a police, something like that. And then the interviewer went to the other brother who was an inmate and asked him, so how did you become an inmate? And it's like, you know what? I grew up in a house with an alcoholic dad. My mom was on drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel me and trap stars, and we're not the same. I know. Seriously, I'm some suburban. And actually, don't get it wrong. A lot of the trap does not happen in your lower income neighborhoods. Seriously, that's a misconception. You ever watch Casino? This guy lived in like the Malibu of Las Vegas, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's in there doing cocaine and, no offense, domestic violence and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't get the misconception wrong that it's just what you see on TV with 21 and Metro Boomin want some mo, brother. You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Little Timmy, that's riding around in that 7 class. You never know. I'm telling you, you never know. But I don't get in nobody's business. I stay out. It's none of my business. But I truly feel for the trap stars who are not obsessed with I don't even know, Didi Osama or whatever, whoever these new rap artists are, not those trap stars. I don't think we're the same at all. I think they're looking at cartoons and trying to emulate what they see on GTA. I'm talking about the trap stars who are trying to feed their family and whatnot. And I'm not talking about trap stars who are billionaires and all that, because they understand money. They're a cartel. They run the shit. They run the Federal Reserve. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking those trap stars who are just trying to get by. I think we're the same. But the difference is I'm trying to channel my energy different. I'm trying to channel my energy in a path of, for lack of better words, I don't want to make it seem so binary, but positivity. And I think sometimes when you go to the trap, it's because it's easy. And I'm not trying to say it's negativity. I'm not trying to make it so binary, positivity, negativity, evil, bad, evil, good, whatever. But that energy, I think, is channeled. Because essentially, it is kind of poisoning the community. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to say, okay, if Tim Cook and Jeff Bezos and I don't know who else, Oprah Winfrey, and all these people can do it, Tyler Perry can do it in a positive manner, Jerry Seinfeld can do it in a positive manner, Serena Williams, all these individuals, they can do it in a positive manner. And not only positive, they're making more money than the trap. Seriously, if you do the math, you're probably bringing in 6 figures. And you're not sleeping. You're waking up 3 a.m. in the morning because you got to get those UPS employees, the ones that get off at 3 a.m. or the ones that, got to go in at 3 a.m. in the morning, whatever it is. Got to get them. Then you got to get the school teachers and doctors and everybody, the ones that work at 8, 9 a.m., they want to get, whatever before they get into work. Then you got to get, I'm sorry to say, then you got to get the teenagers at 2:30 when they want to do their drugs before mommy and daddy get home, and have sex with their girlfriend off of Molly or whatever, then you got to get the parents when they get home after work at 5. So you're up all freaking day. You're not sleeping just to probably make 6 figures when easily, if you would just apply the knowledge and the effort to become an actual Einstein, because you're an Einstein, the environment can actually create the person that we are, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not a psychologist, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Kind of went off on a tangent. I'm tired as fuck. I can't even lie, man. I'm tired as fuck right now. I was up late trying to develop a plan. Here, real quick, we'll take a break from Chairman's Journal Time / Babble Time. And we'll come back because I got to do some research on how to promote a book. I'm trying to sell 100 million copies. All right. I'm trying to look. I supposedly knew someone who sold a book. I'm not sure. It was like through a friend of a friend or something. And did really well for themselves. Only thing is they were not financially literate. So they were getting Mercedes-Benz leases, every 3 years, giving up the old Benz. And I may do that too. I'm serious, man. I really don't like cars. So I don't have an attachment to a car. So I may just get leases, but treat my car like my cell phone. Just get a new one every 3 to 5 years, But supposedly they ended up blowing the money, but they said just an average person, no offense, not average. Nobody's average. We're all beautiful in God's eyes, that made multi six figures. They were probably close to $1 million if they didn't hit $1 million. So I'm trying to get there. Yo, God bless. Real quick, gonna take a quick break. I'm Chanman. This is House of Barf. I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxon's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxon's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Manxon's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manxon and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manxon sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manxon and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manxon, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Manxon learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manxon set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manxon's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manxon's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manxon, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manxon's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manxon's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless. All right. Yo. What's good? Chanmanhouseofb.a.r.f. Thank you so much to everybody. I'm not even going to say anybody, because that's what I meant. Is that one person out there that's like, hey, I love Chanman. Nah, not anymore. It's everybody. I have approximately a crew of probably about 20 people who like to stop by the house, even if it's just for 60 seconds out of their wonderful day. I appreciate it. God bless you all. God bless your families. Hopefully we all are mentally healthy and physically healthy, and hopefully our souls are healthy, and hopefully our pockets are healthy as well. So one thing I'm working on is, how do I advertise my book? Again, it's Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand. I have a copy right here, in front of me. I am not going to read it yet, cause I will read it, eventually, but, I really want, that to people to buy it, first, and then, I'll do basically an audio book, read of it. So let me check my email, see if, gosh darn it, I can't remember my password. This happens to me all the time. Can't remember any of my passwords. I'm check my emails, see if I got a job. They already told me be patient. They're like, yo, we're interviewing several candidates. And of course they told me they really like me. Oh, we really like you. You're awkward, but we like you. You're random. But we like you. And you have a really great, this is what happens with a lot of interviews. People are like, we want to meet the guy that's on the paper. Who's this guy? Because if you look at my resume, honestly, I'm not that proud of my resume, to be honest. One, I graduated with an undergrad in criminal justice criminology. That was because I was studying business at the University of Maryland, and my GPA dropped. I had a really good GPA for a while. I didn't take school seriously till I got to college. And then that's when I really realized kind of not how smart I am, but that I can achieve a goal if I put my mind to it. And my goal was to graduate college because I wanted to give my parents my degree so that I could get back to trying to own a small business. I wanted to start a candy store. I enjoy selling candy. So and my parents were like, we want you to focus on college. And my dumb ass could have did both, but I ended up just going to college full time. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I was there from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. I did that for probably about 4 years. I was taking 7 classes each semester, 6-7 classes. The first class would start at like 7. So what I would do is I would go to the first class. First class starts around 7. And then I would leave school around 11 a.m. There's some stories behind that. I'll tell those stories later. But I was leaving school around 11 a.m. and then I'd come back around like 4:30. You know what I'm saying? Go home, whatever, chill. Go home, and then come back around like 4:30 to about 7 as well. But yeah, I was in college, GPA dropped. My GPA was really well for a while. Even the classes that I failed, I didn't technically fail. I crushed the class. This is the dumbest shit ever. And like the last 2 or 3 weeks, I would come every now and then. Seriously, I'd have a 99, 100 in the class. And the last couple of weeks, last week or two, I'm like kind of sprinkling in every now and then. And the professors, I don't know why they did it. They like, yo, I guess I missed a couple of assignments, but I'm like, dude, I had 100. Like, come on. I missed a couple of assignments. Come on. What are you talking about? I can't even remember the name. I remember one name. I don't want to put their business out there. Maybe later. It was a business class, supposedly one of the hardest business classes. That wasn't at the University of Maryland. That was at Prince George's Community. But that's what I'm saying. Basically, my GPA was stellar, for a while. I'm not going to say 4.0, but basically 4.0, no lower than 383. GPA dropped probably to a 333 for a period of time. And I had to leave the School of Business. I believe it was the Robert B. Smith School of Business. Didn't even get accepted in, matter of fact. But that's why I transferred to the University of Maryland, was to go to the Robert B. Smith School of Business. And guidance counselor, black woman, University of Maryland gave me a lot of headaches. I told y'all, first day of school, somebody tried to spit on my shoe. The financial office charged me as a out-of-state student. We had to get that fixed. And then my guidance counselor tells me I can't study in the Robert B. Smith program and that I need to change my degree to something else. And I'm like, come on, lady. Yo, you see I'm busting my ass to study business. And really, I look at a degree in business like getting a degree in comedy. Yeah, just get started, But regardless, I was trying to study business. And I was like, okay, so what are my choices? Well, you could stay a few more semesters and get your, I think at the time of 383, she was like, we would like to see you get it up to a 4.0 before we accept you in the Robert B. Smith School. I was like, ma'am, look, I'm not totally broke, but I'm broke. Like, I'm not, because I always worked through college. I always had jobs at restaurants, retail, whatnot. And that was the biggest crock of shit when I guess became like a professional. So I'll go to these jobs, trying to apply, banks, broker dealers, whatever. And they're like, hey, we see you have an extensive background in retail. Why don't you stick with retail? I'm like, are you serious? Look at the years. I was working at this retail store during college. I'm 18, 19, 20 years old. Well, why didn't you intern with some company? Okay, I didn't think of that. Sorry. I was thinking about just getting money, paying for college, getting out of college, starting a business. I'm sorry. So that frustrated me for a while. That I had to get myself, and it looks like you graduated with a criminal justice degree. What's making you want to come to the investment world? It's like, no, dog. I've been investing since I was 15, 16 years old. Okay. This is not totally ethical, but some people could have opened up a Guardian account for me. They didn't, but some people would call me and ask for me when I was like 15, 16 to give them advice. Or at this time I didn't know the legalities. I didn't know nothing about regulation, to be honest. Nothing. I didn't know anything. Now that's wrong. That's illegal. So I technically haven't been investing since I was 15, 16 years old. And am I rich? No, I'm broke as fuck. I'm in debt. Okay. So, I don't talk about none of that. I was just like, yo, I'm really interested in this industry or whatever, and the only thing that happened was my GPA dropped. And you want to say that in an interview? My GPA dropped. And I got kicked out of the business school. But if you look at my associates, it's business. And if you look at my master's now, it's business. Business and finances, really. Why didn't I go into financials? I had a homeboy that went into financials. His degree is in finances. And he said there's really no difference between business and finances. Just probably a couple more math classes, something like that. And I'm pretty good at math. I enjoy math, actually. I enjoy math more than I enjoy English. I'm going to get better with reading, though. I really will. I actually enjoy Shakespeare. That's one person that I enjoy reading. Supposedly a black man helped him write a lot of his stuff. But yeah, my resume, I'm not like that impressed with. I would like it to be cleaner. I would like it to be better. I would like to have that Robert B. Smith degree. I would like to have. I actually do. I got my MBA. I would like to have an ongoing Series 7. That's a General Securities representative. I would like to have went probably for a Series 24. I would like to. That's a principal in securities. I would like to have a CFA under my belt. That's a Chartered Financial Analyst. Essentially, I don't know everything they do, but they play around with the numbers. Those are the things that would make me very proud of my resume. Right now, I think my resume is okay. But when people see my resume, they're like, yo, this is an amazing resume. And I'm like, for real? And they're like, when I interview, I am who I am right now. I'm just like, yeah, what's up? Yeah. No, went to University of Maryland, College Park, go Terps. And I'm seriously, this out. I'm in my interview. They'll be like, yo, Chandler, this feels nothing like an interview. This literally felt like I was just talking to one of my homeboys or homegirls. Trust me, I get called girl a lot. When I talk to my female friends, they're like, girl. And I don't say nothing anymore. I used to be like, I'm not a girl, but now I'm just like, whatever, But yeah, they'll say that. Last joint, woman was like, yo, I felt like I was talking like one of my homegirls. I'm like, hey, yeah, hey, it's whatever. But they'll say like, I was really impressed with your resume, but I don't feel like I met the person on the resume today. And I'm like, what does that even make sense? Show me the person that's on the resume. You're looking at them, but hey, so, in these interviews, like, I guess I got to step it up and, try to be more peppy or something. Pepe Le Pew. I don't know. But regardless, again, getting off topic, I'm trying to look at pre-market, see what's going on. Let me see what CNBC is talking about. What they talking about? Bob Jordan. Good old Bob from Southwest Airlines is coming up next. All right, Bob, I hope you do well. Let me see. What's Bloomberg? What y'all talking about? Let me see. Give me a second. Trying to look at pre-market. I don't even know what.
Marcus is a connoisseur of anything.
I don't even know what trades I'm gonna do today. McCormick and Schmidt, not McCormick and Schmidt. McCormick, the seasoning company. I think they gave out earnings today. Let's take a look. McCormick and Company. Let me see their news. Where's McCormick news? 1 hour ago, Yahoo Finance article written by Reuters. Honestly, that's my alarm to let me know it's time to get up and do your pre-market. If I'm asleep, a lot of times I'm not asleep. I'm up already. I think this is written by Annette Mary Manyo and Baglaroo. Editing by Shawita Agrawal. All right, so let's see what happened with McCormick and Company. This was written about an hour ago. It's approximately 9:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 25th, 2024. McCormick on Thursday forecast its annual sales and profit below Wall Street estimates, hit by lower sales volumes as consumers traded down to cheaper private label. I've done it. And they're weak. Seriously, they don't taste good. They don't. But I've done it. There's this white label company. They have a white label. Weak. The thing is about the McCormick's is that they're so damn expensive. COVID jacked their prices up, man. During COVID, I mean, I remember, man, people, that was one aisle that it was literally like a line. Oh my gosh, Broadcom is up again today. They were up like $30 yesterday. They're up like another, let me see, ticker symbol AVGO. Let go, like $24, 2%. Gosh darn it. Man, I wish man. And I know people say, well, you can get a long call. I don't got the eligibility. Being broke sucks. I would have got Broadcom. I want Broadcom. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do. I got to get my eligibility back up, man. All right, regardless. McCormick. Down to cheaper private label alternatives for spices and seasonings amid a cost of living crisis. Yeah. The aggressive price increases by the Chulia hot sauce maker have hit customers' appetite for its key brands such as Zatarain's, French's, and Frank's Red Hot. Okay. Oh, Cooley. I know which one they're talking about. I believe it has the Spanish lady on the front of it. The company I didn't know that was made by McCormick. The company took a cautious view in its forecast, citing uncertainty in demand as people increasingly stick to a budget when shopping. I've been sticking to a budget. I don't have a written budget. I need to get that. I need to get better at that. I used to write my budget so much that I kind of have, and it's not right. I kind of have a budget in my head. I can, you know what I'm saying? But it's not right. It needs to be written down. It expects volumes to take the hit from its strategy to discontinue its low-margin business in 2024. Shares of the company were down 2% in pre-market trading. The main culprit, not surprisingly, is weaker volume trends in both its consumer and flavor solutions segments, stemming from pressured consumer exhibiting more value-seeking behavior, said Andrew Lazar, an analyst with Barclays. All right, fantastic. Crap. This morning, what? Should have been doing my research last night. You know what? I'm gonna go to my wish list. That's what it's really called. That's why I'm about to change my watch list name to wish list because I'm too damn broke to be able to trade any of them except Tilray. Gosh darn it. Tilray is like $2. Ticker symbol TLRY. Gosh darn. So pissed off. Oh, and here come the bill collectors. Gosh, you'll get your money. I was looking at this company named Gartner. Ticker symbol IT. I don't know how that came about. Match.com. Ticker symbol MTCH. Mitch. I don't know. I'm looking around at some different charts, seeing what's out there. What's a good grab? You know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking about short puts because I'm looking at all these companies and all of them, their prices are skyrocketing, which is great. Fantastic. Freaking fantastic. But I'm not trying to be a negative, I don't know, Nancy or whatever they call it. But, I mean, seriously, how much higher can it go? I mean, here, let me pull up anything. I'm so mad at Broadcom. I really wanted to get that. Let me pull up. I haven't even checked my Forex account. And I got a naked short. Oh my gosh, I'm probably dead. Probably owe money. Let me see, what's my naked short doing? It's not bad. It's down about 300 pips. So, whatever. At least it's not gone way crazy. All right. I'm just gonna pull up any company. Let's pull up NVIDIA. Ticker symbol NVDA. And I mean, look at their chart. It's out of control. It's out of control. Up today, approximately 1.34%. The cost as of approximately 9:38. Sorry about that.
Plus fan favorites and tracks from their new album Saviors with the Smashing Pumpkins.
Sorry about that. Let me see what Bloomberg is hitting on. Bloomberg 99.1 FM, Washington, D.C.
Verge, Microsoft laying off 1,900 Activision Blizzard and Xbox workers.
Damn!
This week. That is your Bloomberg opening bell report. Tom and Paul.
This is sad. I mean, Paul, I just put in the pre-order for WWE 2K24.
Sure you did.
And, you sit at home, and whether it's Call of Duty or this, I mean, if Microsoft can't do Xbox Activision, who's going to do it? They just bought Activision, so is this synergies at play?
This is synergies at play, I think.
Synergies.
So. Yeah,
Lisa,
exactly.
run if you...
Okay. I would love to get Microsoft as well. Let me see what Schwab... Here, let me see.
Kind of think about maybe that there are things you should be more worried about. I know we're going to talk about Humana.
Let me see what Schwab is talking about.
So that's kind of the order of operations. Dollar up.
Everything's up.
Down makes a little less sense, but inflation tomorrow, maybe we wait for that. Yields creep higher today.
So whatever I'm going to look at, which I'm happy the market's going up. I'm excited about that. My thing is, I can't, I hate to say this because this is not an attractive trait. What do you call a skate with 3 wheels? A cheapskate. I'm a cheapskate, okay? And I'm not proud about it because it's a very unattractive trait with women. But I am. But I will spend money, occasionally. But if I take a woman out on a date and I spend a few $100s on that date, she's probably not going to hear from me for probably till 2025. Yeah, it'll probably be 2025 before I take her out on another date, When I say cheapskate, okay, so if you give me money, say you gave me $1,000, I'm gonna go purchase fucking Broadcom. I could have made $50 on that $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I don't spend the money. And I enjoy a bev when I get my shit right. I enjoy a bev. Don't get it wrong. It's just I don't, and I'm gonna get better with shopping as well. I will. I'll get better at consuming. I'm just more so. Why do I want to buy a Nike Tech when I can buy Nike? And then I actually have, I guess, a lot of Nike Techs. I know it's corny. That's just kind of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get better at getting my Nike Techs and everything, and getting in shape, losing some damn weight. Get damn, what is it? Hips progressing and shit, weights progressing. So I'm gonna work on all that. But that's just kind of where I am. So I spend the money. I'd rather go get, JetBlue. If I could afford it, I'd get 1,000 or 10 lots of JetBlue. You know what I'm saying? That's just more so where I'm at, So with being a cheapskate, I'm looking at these prices and I'm like, I'm sorry. They're too damn expensive. So I don't look at the company and say, well, it's a bad company. Hell no. Microsoft is a good fucking company. Whatever else is out there, good fucking companies. Where I'm at, though, is I think I'm going to look at selling some puts. 1, to bring in some income so I can pay some fucking bills. And 2, I don't want to get into these companies at these prices. I'm sorry. I'm about to go into my bag of Caucasities. These prices are astronomical. They're ridiculous. How the hell am I supposed to purchase fucking Broadcom at $1,500 per share? I can't even get a lot. I'm an odd lot. This is crazy. Sorry. I can't. Man, look at some of these prices. NVIDIA, $620 something. How the hell am I supposed to get into that? What the fuck? What? Let me look at another company. What is Visa? Visa got a good price, $271. It's decent. Let's look at another company. Visa's ticker symbol's V. Carnival. It's a decent price, $16 fucking. That's a good price. Paramount, good price, $14. I can do these. Do these. Zoom Communications, ticker symbol ZM. Approximately 60, it's fluctuating right now, 68.90 right now, something like that, 68. Decent price. I can do these. I can't do these other companies. NVIDIA was just $400. What happened? Goodness, $623. What's going on? I'm happy for anybody who has a naked long position. Shit, they going crazy, screaming, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm happy for them. I'm excited for you. You know, not giving out advice because I don't give advice. Be careful though, you know, make sure you cover your ass, you know, because, man, you don't know what's in the future. You know, just make sure you cover that ass. And I know, you know, why. Just, you never know what might happen. You never know. So, you know, how do you cover your ass? I don't know. If you have a long position, maybe a short call or a long put, a long put maybe way out of the money, you know, dirt cheap, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not giving advice, you know, short calls, you know, just in case they drop, you know, little things, possibly, you know what I'm saying? And yesterday I was, my brain was racking about, short calls, and when you sell a call and the contract is losing money, I mean, who satisfies those losses? And I was, you know, yesterday, I think I talked about it a lot, and still racking my brain about it because honestly, I'm not exactly sure. Like, or does it get covered by the buyer's cost basis? Maybe it's kind of already in the buyer's cost basis. I'm not sure how it works. Shit. I'm just like, man, if you get assigned, I believe, if I'm correct, I believe that I'm not sure, you know, because, you know, if the contract has losses, I mean, who satisfies those losses? Or if it has profits, who satisfies those profits? I believe I don't know. It could just be the contract. You get your premium plus, strike or whatever. I don't know. My brain's racking right now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, Bank of America is at approximately $33. See, that's a decent price. AstraZeneca, Bank of America, ticker symbol BAC. Let me see, IBM, approximately $189. Now, that sounds decent, but let me take a look at their history. And they're shooting up as well. They were just at, let me see. I'm going to go back 20 days. 20 days ago, they were 157. Now they're at 189. And I'm not mad at this bull run. I'm still money hungry. Yeah, I'm on a bull run. Tell the mate, just give me 10 or more and then the deal's done. When you really get the money, there's some pros and there's some cons. Hey, I'm all for this bull run. I'm all for it. But I'm like, look, man, I may have to still go sell some puts on some companies. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, yo, one, bring in the income to pay some bills. And two, these prices, I can't do these prices. I'm the type of person that goes shopping on red door sales days. You know, when the companies are like, they put up a huge red sign. That's when I go shopping. When I see 50% off, I'm like, okay, great. All right, honey, let's go shopping today. You know? And yes, people would be like, nah, I don't want to go shopping on those days. That's when they got all the shit that is from last year, last season or whatever. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm fine with this hot ass coat, you know, in 90-degree weather. I'm cool. Hey, I'm cool, right? It's like you're about to have a heat stroke. My bad. All right. I'm cool with these shorts in the middle of February. It's right. Cool. I'm cool. That's when I go shopping. But what I do, seriously, is I put it in the closet until summertime comes around. Or I put, you know what I'm saying? So some people be like, nah, they want to shop in season. When you do that, you're going to pay those premiums. You know, I'm not about paying them premiums. You know, look at the PE ratios on some of these companies. 30, whatever, 40, 80, outrageous. What is NVIDIA's PE ratio right now? Goodness gracious. Madness. Let me see. I've got to go to the fundamentals. Where's the fundamentals? Right there. Let me see. IBM. I got IBM up right now. IBM's, gosh darn it. I can't stand when it's not just in the front. I go to Yahoo Finance. They do pretty well at just in the front. IBM. Let me look at IBM's PE. 24. Decent. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Damn! IBM just shot up 10%. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just right in front of my face. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me check out NVIDIA's. Oh my gosh. NVIDIA's PE ratio. 82. Are you crazy? I can't do this. I can't do this. What is AMD's? Advanced Micro Devices, ticker symbol AMD, PE ratio. 1,671? Are you crazy? I can't do this. I can't do it. I can't do it. I won't do it. I'm selling puts. I'm buying long calls way out of the money. If this bull run is just going to go crazy like this, shit. No, I'll buy a long call way out of the money. Way out of the money, meaning that the strike price is, oh crap. Sorry. Long calls out. So if it's way out of the money, the strike price is above market price with the call, and it's the opposite for a put. Out of the money would be crap. It's the opposite. So call out of the money, the strike price is above market price. So opposite put out of the money, the strike price is below market price. So in the money put, strike price is above market price, and in the money call, strike price is below market price, something like that. And at the money for both of them is at the money. Essentially, strike price is same price as market price. So I'm gonna figure out this bull run. Yo, God bless you, bulls, because to be honest, bulls have been going through it. Y'all been scrawny the last couple years, 2 or 3 years. You deserve it. You deserve this bull run. I don't know what. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, everything's shooting up today. I wouldn't necessarily call myself either or, bull or bear. I would say I'm neutral. I just kind of. I'm not a trend analysis person. I am a trend analysis, but I'm not like I just go with the trends. But essentially, I just kind of go with the trends. Actually, I won't agree with that. I go against the trend. I'm very neutral. So when everybody's buying, I'm probably going to be selling. And then when everybody's selling, I'm probably buying. So when people are getting rid of their shares, I'm like, I'll buy them off of you. And when everybody's buying while the market's green, I'll probably be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I made 20%. I made 5%. I made 7%. Let me go ahead and realize the capital gains or whatever. And let me get up out of here. Do I ever plan on getting out of the stock market? I don't plan on it anytime soon. I plan on trading for years. I'm Brett Favre, baby. I'll play till I fucking break my whole body on the field, you know? But Charlie Munger, I'm leading this industry until I take a nap. You know, shout out to his family. Rest in peace to Charlie Munger. But yeah. All right, so I got to get to this market because it's getting outrageous. And trust me, so somebody told me that they really want to help me. It was somebody close to me. They want to help me with House of B.A.R.F. And So I've been getting hits. Oh crap, we didn't even look up. Shit, my bad. Do y'all want to look it up real quick? Damn it, I need to get to this market. But all right, let's look it up real quick. They said they want to help me with House of Barf because like it's not easy for me to get to the market and try to create content at the same time. So I try to create the content and then, go to the market. But if I could, I would love to just like leave my camera up and then you can just watch me. So somebody was like, you know what? So I've been getting hits by these marketing teams. And these marketing teams, of course, they're trying to, I'm going to type in how to set up a table at Barnes and Nobles. So they're all saying the same thing, basically. Like, yo, we want to see your face. And I'm like, all right, cool. If it's time, it's time. It's not time. I really have, for the last probably year, been going through a lot of personal shit. And I kind of have been sticking to myself. I just kind of been in my house and really haven't been talking to nobody. It's been a lot that I've been kind of going through. But, the marketing teams are like, all right, I don't know. I mean, you want to be the world's most private podcast? I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what all right, but they're saying it's time for you to, it's time for you to come out of your shell. And when you hear it from multiple different, marketing companies, who are trying to sell a package, but they're trying to help as well. Cause I haven't been charged a dime yet. So one of the things is they're like, yo, you got to get a YouTube channel. You got to do all these things. So, somebody very close to me said, you know what, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you, start getting the equipment, get you set up, so that you can start doing these things. Cause again, if I can just set my camera up and, have, somebody help me with the security, so that, my account information and everything can't be stolen, because I'm already broke. I don't need to have any more issues, with somebody hacking or whatever. That would really tear me apart, But yeah, I would just leave my camera on, just like I'm doing with House of Barf. Seriously, with this, I really am just turning my mic on and just doing my research that was going to do anyways. But maybe I could help somebody else out that's in the same situation as me. So, real quick, I know I've been going on for a while. Here. Barnes and Nobles. I'm not sure if y'all will be able to hear it. Let me see. Here. I'm sorry if y'all can't hear it, but I'm gonna get ready to call Barnes and Nobles. I hope y'all are able to hear it. And I'm just gonna ask them All right. So, I'm going to make a few more of those phone calls. I'm going to be calling the, local grocery stores and libraries, and I'm going to try to get a bunch of phone calls in a day. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. And then I got to get to this market and try to get some chicken so I can try to pay these bills. So I want to say thank you to everybody who decided to stop by and kick with your mans at the house. I appreciate it. Let me give a shout out to whoever is still sticking around. I'm gonna pull up my analytics real quick. You know what's really cool? My children are about to go on a field trip. Not today. It's like February. It's at the beginning of February. To some go-go music museum or something. I said, what? That's awesome, man. I ain't never been. All right. So again, just want to give out a shout out to, the United States. Everybody in the United States. Maryland, hold me down. Virginia, hold me down. District of Columbia, hold me down. North Carolina, hold me down. Louisiana, Tennessee, Massachusetts, Wyoming, Pennsylvania, Indiana, California, Florida, New Jersey, Connecticut. All hold me down. Thank you. Want to shout out to Germany, Berlin, Bolivia. Thank you. Hold me down. And Germany's hanging in there. Their percentage is slightly, they're about to be like a full 1%. All these other ones are like 0.25%. Germany, they like me for some reason. And I appreciate that. I need to work on my German. I will. I'll come out there and, you want to know something crazy, yo? Somebody told me, man, you go to Germany, you might not come back to the United States. I'm not trying to say anything. For some reason, hey, German chocolate. Yeah, they say for some reason they love some chocolate in Germany. Isn't that what they're known for? Or is that Switzerland or something? I think it's German chocolate and beer, waffles, something like that. They say they love some chocolate in Germany. I don't know. They say you should try it out. Australia, thank you. Victoria, hold me down. Canada, Ontario, hold me down. Appreciate it. India, Maharashtra, and Karnataka, thank you. Hold me down. United Kingdom, England, hold me down. Appreciate it. France, Nouvelle Aquitaine, hold me down. Appreciate it. Actually, I talked to the person from France. That was cool. They reached out to me and they're like, yo, we want to help you out, market your shit. But you got to get on your shit, man. Like, seriously. He's like, yo, the show sounds exactly how you make it. It sounds like you roll out of bed, you start the mic, you do the show. It's fantastic stuff. But your titles, your descriptions, your marketing, everything else sucks. You're the hardest person to find. I tried to look you up, couldn't find you. So shout out to that person from France. Here, let me see. What was it? Gualami? I believe the name was Gualami. Appreciate it. I appreciate him reaching out. He said, get your shit together. Let's circle back next quarter. Let's see what your numbers really look like. And he even said, did you even tell your mom? And I was like, nah. He's like, who have you told? And I'm like, nobody. And he's like, look at your numbers from telling no one. You're not on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, nothing. You got a LinkedIn, but it's your government name. It's your real life nickname, your real life name. So can't find you, And he's like, look at your numbers with you not telling anybody. You're in 8 different countries. In the analytics you're looking at. Oh, sorry, my bad. Finland, South Korea. Thank you so much. And he's like, you're in 8 different countries and you have at least 2 downloads per episode. Oh, crap. I just dropped my laptop. It's like, look at that. This is what the guy's telling me. He's like, that's amazing stuff. And the analytics you're looking at are basic analytics from Spotify for podcasters. So you don't even really know anything else. You don't know, like, the Apple, because I'm on 6 different platforms. I'm on Apple, Amazon. I can't even remember all the other names. I'm sorry. Radio Public. Here, let me I feel bad. Crap. Let me see. I apologize. I'm on Spotify for podcasters, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and that's it. And he's like, so you don't even know all your analytics from Amazon, Apple, none of them. So you're just looking at the little bit of analytics right there. You have no idea. He's like, listen, I'm listening to you in France. And I could tell he listened to some of my episodes. Like, I could tell. He's, because he said some of the shit I've said, or at least it sounded like something I said. He's like, come on. You got something right there, Chan. And what we need from you is for you to put a little bit of effort. Your titles, even told me, I did on another episode the criticisms he gave me. Your titles are terrible. I'm like, yeah, really, after I get done recording, I really don't feel like thinking. I really don't even, it's a lot. Your description's horrible. Your carbon footprint, awful. He gave me a bunch of tips. And I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad at him. I felt bad. I felt like I was doing a disservice. It's like, come on, get on your shit. So I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to pay attention to the market real quick. I'm going to go around, make a few more phone calls to see how I can get in the bookstore so I can I'm trying to sell 1 billion copies. I'm trying to get this book in everybody's hand. You know what I'm saying? For a couple, for real. I'm really about financial literacy, seriously, for children. That's really what's very important to me. But I do got to pay some bills, man. But I got to have faith. I got to stop saying I, okay? Got to stop saying I. It's we, it's us, and I mean God included. God is right here with us, okay? My Lord and my Savior, Jesus Christ, okay, is right here with us. So I got to stop saying I got to pay bills because God got them, okay? That's what I think about a lot. I'm like, I want a roof over my family's head. I want food in their bellies. I want clothes on their backs. I want good education. I want good socialization. I want to go to a play. And I want to travel to these places. I want to be able to call up, my guy from France, Gualamy, I'm not trying to be rude, I believe it's Gualamy, and say, hey, Gualamy, is it cool if I come down to Nouvelle Aquitaine and hang out, get a sandwich, get a cold cut, teach me what French people enjoy eating. I want to hit up my people from Maharashtra in India and say, hey, can I get some chicken bouillon? I believe. I'm sorry. I want to do these things and get a nice apartment in Chennai, and that'll be my place I go visit when I go touch down in India, and then stop by the office, J.P. Morgan Chase in India, and say, hey, what's going on? Just came to do some work. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be selfish or anything. That's not what I want to be. That's not what I want for House of B.a.r.f. I don't want it to be selfish. I don't want it to be, I need to pay my bills and everything. So all of us, we got to have faith that everything will take its course. Everything will work out just fine. All right. I want to thank everybody who decides to take time out their wonderful day to come kick it at the house. I appreciate it. I'm Chanman, and this is House of B.a.r.f. Blah! I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Mankson's Coolamade Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manson and his imaginary best friend Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manson sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manson and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manson, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Manson learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manson set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manson, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manson's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.